YouTube, good evening and welcome back. So, got two very critical articles here for you. You have seen both of these articles. I just wanted to dive in at a deeper level on these for you. But the real critical side of this only gets covered on Patreon, okay? There's a critical piece to this puzzle that if you're noticing, I'm refusing to share with you guys. That's the part that is the lack of understanding that none of the other content creators even understand to share with you. And I'm not willing to share it for free here. So again, we only cover this aspect of it on Patreon. All right. If you wanted to know what the critical why I'm only covering this and how I knew about this. Again, guys, I knew about this data within 24 hours after the budget got approved. I knew for a fact it was unconstitutional. Okay. And I showed that with you guys. So I've got two articles I'm going to share with you guys. The links will be provided. So if you want to call this news fake, okay, and some of you have even said in the comment section that Parliament has nothing to do with this or Parliament's actions have nothing to do with it. It actually does because they unconstitutionally approved the budget. And the budget's approval has everything to do with it. That's the piece to the puzzle that is not understood. Again, the budget itself is the critical piece to this that is misunderstood. If you understood anything about the budget's approval, that's what would answer all your questions in this. Again, that's not understood, and that's why everyone seems to think that the budget's approval is actually very good information. Okay? That's the most I'm going to tell you on that. If you want to know the truth on this, you're welcome to join me on Patreon, and I got you, and I'll gladly help you out. So, but let's cover these two articles. So, in this first one, Parliamentary law challenges the 2024 budget tables. Yes, it got appealed because it's unconstitutional. See, Parliament itself, per the Constitution, Parliament can only review and approve laws. It was Parliament that did these amendments to it, making their steps or actions of approving the budget unconstitutional. So roughly next week, the court's probably going to be coming forward, possibly next week around Wednesday, Thursday, declaring the budget itself as unconstitutional and overturning its approval by Parliament. Okay, that's probably what's going to happen. Now, so in this article here, we're going to read this. So I've got this article is an older article from June 26th. In this article, the court gave Parliament 15 days to explain their actions of why they unconstitutionally approved the budget and amended it. Okay, so again, per this article from June 26th, the court gave Parliament 15 business days to explain their actions of unconstitutionally approving it. Now, and again, you can always pause the video right here and read this article if you'd like. The next article, this one's from today. So within that 15-day period, the Parliament is now explaining and justifying their actions. It says a representative of the framework, the 24 budget, will be returned to the House of Representatives, and the reason is revealed. It says a representative of the coordination framework confirmed today, Thursday, that the 24 budget will be returned to Parliament if it resumes its work. And yes, they are going to resume their work. They've said they're roughly probably going to be resuming their work sometime after July 17th next week, just so you guys know, okay? But, and then it says, Al-Sadi told Al-Frat News the 24 budget tables will be returned to the House of Representatives to make minor amendments to them. Again, Parliament itself cannot amend squat. They don't have the constitutional power to do so. They cannot make amendments. What they're saying in this is that the budget needs to be sent back to Council of Ministers to constitutionally amend it, and then after constitutionally amend it, then it's going to be sent back to House of Representatives for a final approval after makes these amendments to it, okay? And then it says this matter will be completed once Parliament amends its work, okay? Now, again, the critical piece in this that is not understood by pretty much anyone. That's why the other gurus out there didn't have the knowledge to share any of this with you. They stood back from it. there's a critical piece to understand, and it has to do with the budget approval. So if you understood that step, which we do on my channel, that's why I literally brought this information to you guys publicly a month and a half ago, and I'll post the links. This is real factual news. Again, next week. So there's two parts to this remaining. First part was, again, according to the top article, part 1, the court gave Parliament 15 days, 15 business days from July 26 to explain their actions. That's what this is. This is Parliament explaining themselves, trying to justify their actions within that 15-day business period. Okay? So this is part 1 coming forward. Part 2 will be the court approximately roughly next week announcing a ruling on this. But I have articles that I've already shown you guys where the court came forward stating that the budget itself is unconstitutional. Okay? And again, there's a critical part to understanding the budget's approval and how that impacts the rate change. Okay? So if you understood that, you would clearly understand what's happening. Okay? I wish you guys the best. Take care and have an amazing day. Take care. Have a good one.